I get a lot of people asking me how we were blessed to walk away from corporate America in our early 30s. Well, listen, I don't want to keep that a secret. I want to share it with the world. And so maybe you're listening to this podcast and you're trying to figure out, how do I even get started on my journey of entrepreneurship and getting to a level of freedom? Well, text the word freedom to 737 777 9909. Enter your information in, and we look forward to sharing some information with you. A proven system with small overhead, right? That you can do part-time, spare time, right from the comfort of your home, and have amazing mentors, coaches, and a community of entrepreneurs who are willing to support you and help you on your journey to freedom. Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bales. Have you ever felt stuck? Have you ever felt like there's got to be more than life than the reality that you see every day? Tune in weekly, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays as we crack the codes to freedom in every area of your life. Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bales, and this is episode 57. And listen, guys, I am so excited. Let me tell you why. Because in my company that I've been building for quite a little while, I started when I was in college just to make extra money, turned into a full-time income, and been blessed to, really enjoy a different lifestyle ever since. I've done something. I've hit a milestone. I put it like that. We have hit a point where our residuals have pretty much matured. That's the best way I could say it, that you would understand. And so what that basically means is, we'll be blessed to earn income based on things we did years ago that are still paying us, right? It's kind of like royalties. Like Mariah Carey wrote that song. You probably heard me say a few times. She wrote "All I Want for Christmas Is You." Um, what, years ago, like over 20 years ago. I think it took like 15 minutes to write. Her and a co-writer, and that song, that one song has produced her, I think, like 40 or 60 million dollars, something to that extent, but a lot of money, like over the years. It's always number one around Christmas time, right? Same thing with Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's earned over $2 billion after he died in 2012. His estate, I should say. And now some of that comes because he owns rights to the Beatles music, but that's still a form of royalty or like residual type of income. So what is residual income? Residual income is when you do something one time and you keep getting paid over and over and over for it. So Mariah doesn't have to write "All I Want for Christmas Is You" anymore, but that one song is still going to produce her millions of dollars every single year, right? Same thing with Michael Jackson. His estate, think about that, like over $2 billion. So that means for generations to come, his family is set for life. Like not even just for life, for generations, right? So that is exciting. And so for me, our residual income is really, it's a form of passive income, but it's a little, it's got its own little, how can I say, uh, you know, residual income is passive income because it's something you do one time and you keep getting paid over and over and over for it. But residual income, most passive forms of income, you have to do things to maintain it, right? Like small activities, I would say, to maintain it. With residual income, usually residual income in nature, you don't really have to do a lot for it, like at all. Like you don't have to do anything for it for the most part. And so, it's kind of like retirement income, honestly. It's almost like getting a check from the government, except it's not. It's from a business that I built years ago that keeps paying. So I'm only sharing this with you because I'm excited about it, because I've been working on it for quite a while, and to see it finally get to that point. Now, I still work in the business, but what I'm saying is what I do today working in the business pays new income. But what I'm talking about is, imagine having new income that I'm building today versus still getting paid old income from something I did 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, right? So that's what we're talking about here in terms of residual income. It's almost like having a whole nother stream of income. And so I just wanted to talk about that with you all, because residual income rocks. It's exciting, it's fun, and if you can find vehicles that produce that for you, I say go for it. Like in the insurance industry, that's a form of residual income, right? That's why a lot of people go in insurance. I'm not in insurance, but I know a lot of people who are in insurance and they sell a policy. It's a life insurance policy or whatever, and the person gets it and they're going to keep the policy for the rest of their life. They don't have to go back and sell that policy again. But because that person keeps the policy for 20, 30 years, that person is going to enjoy a nice residual income, right? So there's so many different types of forms that you can find of residual income. And like I said, it's in my opinion, it's slightly different than it's not exactly like passive income, because passive income, okay, let's just say you buy a house, you rent it out. Well, when that person moves out, you got to get another tenant. So that is a form of passive income, but I wouldn't call it a residual income. You get what I'm saying? For instance, you buy a stock, and the stock pays dividends. Now that could be a form of residual income because uh, you don't have to, once you buy that stock, as long as it keeps paying dividends, you will keep getting residual income from those dividends. Now, the only thing with stocks is you have to have you have to buy a lot of volume for the dividends to make sense, right? I mean, in terms of like full time type of income or like paying your bills type of income. So, and I know a lot of people who do that. They'll have multiple six figures in stocks, into dividend stocks, and those stocks pay a dividend, and every quarter they get a nice dividend, and it's enough to pay a lot of their bills, right? So the goal is to just have multiple streams of income, but it's got to be intentional. I talk about that a lot. It's got to be a focus, and I'm just excited because I'm smiling from ear to ear because knowing what that means. It's like if I don't do any more new business, I'll still be able to live from off the old business. And I'm in my 30s, guys. I'm getting ready to go into my 40s, but I'm still claiming that I'm in my 30s right now. So I still got a little bit more time, like almost 6 months, and I'm still in the 30s club. But listen, guys, it's exciting, and I want you guys to experience that same type of thing. And so seek those things out. Keep listening to these podcasts, and I'll keep sharing more ideas. I'll keep bringing on more guests so you can hear different perspectives, because if you know better, you do better. And I'm so thankful that I learned early on in my life that I was able to start applying some of these things, and it was able to happen this way. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Super duper excited. This is a short podcast today because I'm just sharing that with you, and I have some other things I really want to share with you, but I'll share that on the next episode. So make sure you stay tuned to episode 58. I think we're going to talk about paradigms again, because I think it's so important that we talk about that. Some things you just got to hear more than once, right? You got to hear it over and over and over so it actually clicks. Matter of fact, that's part of what the episode is about. But I won't share the secret just yet. I won't spill the tea yet. All right. So listen, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I always appreciate you guys as always in terms of all your support, listening to the podcast. Feel free to share it with some people that you think could benefit or may get some value from it. And listen, I look forward to seeing you all on the next episode of Code Freedom. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for listening. Definitely feel free to take a screenshot of this episode, tag me in it on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you find me on social media. I would love to give you a shout out. Hey, you might even get a prize. Who knows? But excited that you had a chance to take a listen. I hope you got a lot of value. And definitely feel free to give us 5 stars as well as a review. Show us some love, and we appreciate you. God bless you all, and see you all over the top.